This is a global pandemic that we are in right now. That's something worth considering as we consider in Colorado whether our extra vaccine doses here are best used as booster shots for our neighbors or first shots for people in other countries. Anusha Roy examines the ethics and the logistics considered by the governor.
Over a 3-week period earlier this summer, Colorado donated nearly 200,000 doses of Moderna and more than 100,000 doses of Pfizer to a federal pool, which were then redistributed across the country. Doses the state said were allocated to Colorado, but they didn't need at the time. And now that states order what they need when they need it, they don't expect a lot of leftovers in Colorado. And it's the surplus supply across the country that feds are tapping into to deliver more than 127 million doses so far to 88 countries and purchased more for the same reason, with enough saved for Americans, including booster shots.
But I can tell you from our perspective, we have enough doses.
But ethically, is the U.S. doing enough when the World Health Organization said 80% of doses have gone to richer countries so far, leaving other countries behind?
Global pandemic ethics would suggest that we should really try and get everybody in the world vaccinated. And there's benefits to us for that, people here in the United States. Right. We know that a lot of the variants come from countries where vaccination rates are a lot lower.
Dr. Anuj Mehta worked with the state to roll out vaccines and said it's not just about delivering vaccines, it's about making sure other countries are ready for them.
A lot of times, if we were to ship vaccine to some countries, it might just sit on loading docks and expire if they don't have the public health infrastructure.
If we have the vaccine here and it's offered to us with a solid scientific base, we need to accept it.
Professor Ricardo Gonzalez Fisher is with MSU Denver and said helping other countries while protecting people here needs to happen at the same time.
This isn't my first pandemic.
He reflected living in Mexico during the H1N1 flu outbreak more than a decade ago.
We were expecting to get vaccines wherever they came from because people need it. So society have not learned as much as we should in taking care of each other.
So Dr. Mehta, who you heard from, who also works in the ICU, said it makes sense to give people boosters who are at higher risk for COVID. But when it comes to the general public, he said that decision is really just going to be relying on good science and paying attention to timing. He said since being fully vaccinated still provides a lot of protection. Ultimately, Kyle, all of those decisions, it's going to be up to the FDA and the CDC.
I hear people say, I'd like the dose to go someplace else, but wishing does not make it so. So it's interesting to get into that issue. Thank you, Anusha.